Yeah, you're good. We're good.
All right. What number is this, Tim?
Fuck.
Welcome to.
Welcome to fuck.
Yeah, well, welcome to the latest.
29, 28 or 29.
No, it's more than that, dude.
Twitch won't load.
Oh.
29. Yeah, we're on 29.
Oh, okay. Really?
Try to doubt me, motherfucker.
Look here, sir. Welcome to.
I am the one who numbers.
Welcome to Dark Mushroom Media live cast episode 29. We're clearly here to have a good time because none of us know what the fuck we're doing
all day, every day, Palmer.
As always, although anybody who really tunes into this, I'd expect that they would expect us to be like this.
I expect anyone that watches this video feed for more than 3 seconds knows what's up.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Well, we've got a lot of stuff, to talk about. This past week has been nothing short of interesting when it comes to gaming news. I think we should open up with something we talked about last cast. We're just going to touch on it real briefly. We talked about Far Cry Primal last cast. We were kind of at that point. It had been leaked. It wasn't officially announced at that point, and we didn't really know what it was going to be. And so I was saying that I thought it was going to be something like Blood Dragon, but no, it seems like they've said that it is going to be a full $60 game.
I was really looking forward to something along the lines of Blood Dragon.
Yeah, and I really could have gone either way, but there's something really, really exciting about this. Like, what if it's like Rust? It's not gonna be, but like, what if it's like Rust, like a AAA version of Rust?
Nude multiplayer men beating each other to death.
Not in that aspect. I mean, the survival.
That's all Rust is, Palmer.
You're right, but
absolutely.
But let's distill it down to
live in the
elements that aren't dicks and and people trolling.
That's all cavemen did, Palmer.
Like what if it's something like the forest set in prehistoric times?
I mean, I'm good with cannibalistic ladies without tops running up trying to kill me.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm okay with it too. So I'm excited by it. The prospect seems interesting. I have to say, even though it's not historically accurate, I really hope that at some point there are dinosaurs.
And Jesus is riding one of them.
Yeah, dude, I really hope. I can say like the Assassin's Creed games. This was created by a team of just, multicultural teams all over the world, and blah, 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 of many, what is it, religions. Yeah, that's it. Anyways.
Please don't hurt us for making this game, basically.
Yeah,
That's what that said.
Exactly. So, yeah, it could be interesting. We'll see. I'm really, really excited about the prospect of this. I'm just glad to see them kind of venturing from the, Broforce enters the jungle and immediately knows how to do everything type of game.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine the amount of shit they would have caught if they did, like, another Far Cry 3? Like... And I like Far Cry 3, but I really liked Blood Dragon. That game is so fucking goofy fun. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's so 80s. It's just so fucked. It's awesome.
It absolutely is. So yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. What else do we have on the list? Tim, why don't you take off something?
Might as well delve into game updates and stuff.
Okay.
A quick one. Battlefield's popping out another map.
Sure is.
No problem with that.
Yeah.
It's very unlike to EA to support a game, not necessarily post-launch or even give out free content post-launch, but it's kind of impressive that they're still doing it when it came out like almost 2 years. 2 years ago now, isn't it? Right around then.
Battlefield 4, yeah.
Yeah. So it's kudos to them for doing that.
Yeah, because it came out winter, right? Winter, or was it spring?
I think it was right around this year. I remember I built my rig, and immediately you sent me Battlefield 4, and we hopped on.
Yeah,
so.
That was... Oh, man. Those were happy times.
My loot for building my rig, I remember.
Our jaws dropped when we played the campaign for the first time.
Oh my god, Omar, please. So much Omar. So many pixels, so delicious.
It's just pixels everywhere. All the pixels. So yeah, what's the deal with this map? Is this just, it's free to everybody? Or?
Yeah, just a new map, free to everyone. Community operations is like what they're calling it. This is the second one. They did a night map about a month or two ago, and I think they're planning on doing at least one more. So, just a quick tidbit. Battlefield. As much as I shit on Battlefield recently, Battlefield 4 is a fun game to play once in a while, and it's cool that they're adding new stuff, especially that they're adding it to everyone. Because I still have a lot of people that don't have premium. I think actually you and one other person are the only people I play Battlefield with that actually have premium and have all the maps. So it's good that there's new stuff coming out that everyone can play.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the only reason I got premium was because
Metro.
yeah,
That's the only
honestly,
reason.
that
That's
was
the only
it.
reason both of us bought. I remember we had that discussion. Like, dude, Metro for $40. Let's
And
do it.
looking back on it, why the fuck didn't we just hop on Battlefield 3? Like, it's the better game, dude. It really
I
is.
don't know. I really not into. I couldn't get into Battlefield 3. I just felt 4 was better, but I didn't play it 3 when it came out. I only played it on 360, the beta, and it was Jesus Christ broken.
Yeah, I mean, I played. Well, no, I played it on PlayStation 3. That's where I played. That's where I really fucking played Battlefield 3. Like, I was a Colonel level 55 or whatever the fucking max was on that.
Like Broforce.
And I almost got I came really close to fucking getting the platinum in it, and like couldn't get past this one level on the hardest difficulty. I just couldn't do it to save my fucking life. And I think it was like the second to last level in the single player. So it says,
Which
like,
was awful.
It says like fucking 96% completed or some shit, and it's just sitting there, dude, like a blemish on my record. And it's awful. I even got all the trophies in the fucking premium edition. Like, all the fucking map packs, dude. I was so pissed I couldn't get those.
Yeah, I know that. I know that feeling. I think for me, it was more that I played Battlefield 3 pretty after I played Battlefield 4, just because that was when I upgraded my rig right when that came out, and I only played the beta on 360. So after playing through the single player, I only could stomach a couple regular multiplayer matches before I was just like, yeah, I'm done. Because I mean, at the time, I mean, it was just Battlefield 4 was just an improvement in my opinion. I can't really speak to the maps because I didn't really play 3, but just gameplay wise.
I think Battlefield 4's maps were horrible, to be honest. Like, I didn't have any sort of excitement from any of the Battlefield. Like, it was cool seeing the fucking tower drop for the first time in game, but other than that, like, I thought those levels were just so boring.
But Palmer, it spawned your favorite phrase ever when it comes to game, Levolution.
Levolution, guys.
Anyone who says that should be followed up by a gunshot to the head.
Well, I can only hope that Halo 5 has Levolution.
I will throw a shit fit.
more so than the Broforce stuff. That's really what you'll throw a shit fit about. It's just the next Halo could be destroyed piece by piece.
Brofist by Brofist, Palmer.
What the fuck were we even talking?
Battlefield, new map.
Right.
Let's segue. Since we're on Battlefield, we should segue into Battlefront.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you start with this. Your impressions are probably a bit more positive than mine.
I played a lot of this. A lot of this with various people. I played some with Isaac. I played some with Jose. The only person I didn't play any with was you.
It's because I popped on it for about an hour and a half at 5 in the morning. So no one aside from Isaac was on.
Yeah, I played with Colin, played with Corbin, and played with. Got a chance to really feel the game out with a lot of different people as a partner. I gotta say, I think I enjoyed my time spent with Jose the most when he and I played that game. Both he and I really liked it. And we're just, like, as Star Wars fans, really excited by what was going on. Like, the sound effects were thrilling, dude. They were thrilling to hear. The first time you fucking, like, jump in the game, and you realize you're on Hoth, and you realize that there is no shit like ATST walking by you, and AT-ATs overhead, and fucking, snow speeders circling around, trying to cable tow these things down. You're like, holy shit, like, this is what I want, And graphically, it looks amazing, really astounding.
It does look good. There's no denying that.
It looks fucking great.
Runs pretty optimized pretty well too. I was able to run it on a high.
Yeah. I had no problems. I didn't drop below 60 a single time on Ultra. But yeah, Isaac was saying it wasn't too bad. Like, he was complaining about frame rate dips here and there, but he said if he ran it on medium, I think it was okay.
Yeah, he's got a very old rig at this point.
Yeah, I mean, like, a bunch of people do. Sam's computer,
shit, I do.
Sam's computer seemed to have some issues with it. His graphics card, I think he's got a Radeon. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, his card was having some temp problems with it. but I think that's just more like AMD than anything else. That just seems to be a running trend with them. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. And like I said, the sound effects are really what made the game. They they were just like, it really was like ripped straight from the movie. And the first time that you see the laser sparks hit walls and all this shit, and like as a Star Wars fan, I just like I ate it up. It was like I was a kid again watching the trilogy for the very first time, and like being awestruck by it all over again. And then, you know, you're running around the map and you pick up a power-up and you get into a TIE fighter for the first time, or you get into a fucking snow speeder for the first time, and you're just like, holy shit. The best what the fuck moment, though, is when I got into a TIE interceptor. And that shit changed my life, dude. Like, legitimately. I was just flying around the atmosphere. And yeah, I from what, like, it's, you know, I've gotten the record many times. I didn't really play Battlefront 2. Jose and I hopped on it together for at one point and didn't play very much of it at all. So I don't have a good reference to the other Battlefront games, but as somebody who's just walking into the franchise and getting a chance to experience it for the first time, I really think that DICE has done a fantastic job. They've really captured the essence of it. And like I said, there might be those sacrifices where you're losing space combat and you're losing other things like that. Like, I think the overall atmosphere is emulated so damn well it doesn't matter. Like, I would take the sacrifices. I'm okay with there not being space combat because it's still really intense. There's still really intense dogfighting in the air or in the atmosphere. And like I said, the experience is just flawless. It's fucking flawless. The controls have some problems. The third-person cameras feels a little clunky at times. Yeah, let me hold on. When I say it was flawless, I meant just atmospherically it's flawless. So yeah, there are some issues with the game. I did run into a few runtime errors. Granted, that's to be expected in the beta. I thought the Hoth level was incredibly one-sided.
I think everyone did.
Even when my team was legitimately working together and really focused on trying to bring the walkers down, if you're against a decent Imperial team, like they're going to win. There was only one time we even came close to bringing down both walkers. I was on Imperials once and lost, but I lost I lost every time with the Rebels. So I think there was a little bit of an issue there, but they actually we can segue into some news about that. They actually announced that they will be fixing that. They're going to tweak that. They're listening to fan response, and apparently it was a pretty collectively thought thing. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. How they tweak it. Maybe it'll make it a little bit better. I didn't discover the co-op until the day after the first day.
The day after tomorrow.
Yeah, day 2 into it, and messaged you about it. But yeah, I played it with Jose, and Jose and I played it through it like 3 times. The first time just to see what happened, the second time to get all the collectibles, and the third time just like goofing off and trying to see how fast we could get through it. And I had a lot of fun with it. I hope that the later levels do some more interesting things. It was really cool seeing a Tatooine map. Really disappointed there's no Sarlacc pit. There better be a fucking Rancor, though. I'm gonna be kind of pissed if there isn't. Yeah, enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Definitely. I still haven't pre-ordered it. I'm giving it thought now, though. I'm gonna wait and see if there's a discount on it or something at some point before I get it. I mean, there's no real point to pick it up before day 1, I don't think.
No.
Unless you can get a decent pre-order price. But right. Yeah, Tim, your thoughts. What are your? I know we didn't see eye to eye on this, so.
No. Well, I was very vested in the Battlefront franchise, and all right, I'm gonna give Savage Mexican a shout out because he's been wanting one and hanging around for one. So there, you have been shouted out. Thank you for the follow, sir. Back to Battlefront. It wasn't a Battlefront game. It was a fun game. Don't get me wrong. Like I told you earlier, like if this was like a 40K theme or a theme I was really fucking into, this would be a great game.
Mm.
The game itself is not bad. It's not a Battlefront game. Even Sans the space battles, it just in third person it has the feel because I mean it's just third person Star Wars. Like you could, it's kind of hard to be like, oh, this doesn't feel like Battle. I mean, it looks like Battlefront. It shoots like Battlefront. Played it in first person, it's straight up Battlefield. But the game itself isn't bad. A few gripes. The fighter combat, like the aerial combat, could be some of the worst I've ever played in the video game control wise. It is just awful. Like bad. Real fucking bad. That's something I think they can fix though. Just fuck with a few buttons, even tweak a few mechanics. I think that's something they can honestly like improve on at least before launch. So that's not a huge thing. It's just in the beta, it wasn't very responsive. It felt clunky. It just did not feel good. And this is coming from someone who spends an ungodly amount of time playing pre-alpha Star Citizen. So I guess that says something. The Horde mode was fun. I'm right with you there. This isn't a bad game. I will probably pick it up when it hits like a $20 price point or something. But given all the stuff coming out this year, I'm in no real rush to, honestly, especially with no single player. And I don't think the community is going anywhere. I don't think it's going to be it'll be big. I think it's going to be kind of an evolved thing, but nowhere near that extent where it's going to have a huge launch. Lots of people are going to play it. Come January, it's going to drop off a lot. But it's just by its name alone, I think the community will thrive for at least a year or two. No issue whatsoever.
Oh, I'm sure it'll thrive for longer than that.
Yeah, Hoth map, I was right there with you with all that. Me and Isaac actually played as the Imperials, and our team did absolutely nothing. We were pretty much running around in circles, and me and Isaac were just running around killing everyone, fucking forgetting about the objectives. And like, our walker got down to 1/10 of health, and literally me and Isaac were like, all right, let's just fucking win. Isaac hops in the thing, I start sniping off people, and we won. Like, just like a handful of people on our team coming together, like in the last split second and winning very easily. So yeah, map is a little one-sided, but again, that's something they can absolutely tweak with and fix before the game launches.
Yeah.
I had lots of gripes with this, but just off the top of my head, they're not really coming to me. But honestly, it's not that bad. If you're really into me personally, I love the first Star Wars movie. I think it's a fantastic fucking movie. For whatever reason, I just didn't really dig the next two, and God knows I didn't like the prequels. Maybe one of these movies coming. Like, I'm really into sci-fi. I'm really into Warhammer. Maybe one of these movies will kind of rekindle that for me, and I'll get way back into Star Wars. But I'm not really into Star Wars. Even so, I would still pick this game up, like, 6 months down the line when it's on sale, and I'm done playing Fallout and all these Warhammer games coming out. So, yeah, I'm not. I know leading up to this is, it's a fucking awful game. And as far as Battlefront goes, it is kind of, no, it's not Battlefront. It's fuck you, it's Battlefield. But mechanics, I mean, they're fun. It's Battlefield. And with I can't not say that they didn't inject some Battlefront elements into it. The loadouts, that was the thing that really pissed me off. Like, instead of just loading out your character how you want, you have to get stupid drop Call of Duty tokens on the map. That annoys the shit out of me. But, again, it's a fun game. I'm running in circles at this point. For every negative I spew about this game, there's basically a positive. So even if you don't really like Star Wars, it's still, I think the beta's still going on for a little bit. It's worth looking into.
I think it ended yesterday.
It did? Oh, it's actually, yeah, it's coming out relatively. It's not a bad game. If you like Star Wars and you're into first-person shooters and you're particular to the Battlefield series, you're absolutely going to like it. Like, even an old mean man like myself who's like, this isn't Battlefront, I can still find fun in that game. So that says something, I guess.
Yeah, like, out of curiosity, what were your gripes with the piloting controls?
They just felt awful. I looked at rebinding them, and I didn't care enough. Honestly, it's just like the basic WASD thing that most flight games have. Is this one doesn't have. The turn radiuses feel fucking awful.
Yeah, the turn radiuses were a little bit of an issue.
I mean, I'm probably really prudish about this because as fucked as Star Citizen is and as buggy as it has a really fucking awesome flight system, and they just constantly improve it. So I guess I'm just kind of used to that and really expect more. Even like Elite Dangerous, I think, kind of has it's a very swoopy flighty system where turn radiuses are a real pain in the ass. So maybe I've just become spoiled on that, but it didn't feel good. I even like Isaac and a couple other people I talked to about it were like, yeah, the flight controls aren't good. So I don't think it's just me. But again, it's something they can improve on it and hopefully get working well when the game actually comes out.
Yeah, I would say that the turn radiuses really do need to get adjusted. They are pretty.
That's
off.
kind of a common problem in video games too. So it's not like this huge fundamental flaw. It's just fucking tweak with that a little bit.
Yeah.
How hard can that be?
Yeah. But I don't know. I definitely like once I got the hang of it, I was up in the sky for a while, a few times, just bringing down fucking X-wings. That TIE interceptor, dude, that thing is OP, man.
The Walker was fun to pilot, and the first gameplay I saw of this game, there's a dude I know, Dota streamer named Broxy. I was just literally installing it, so I popped on his stream because I saw he was playing it. And within the first 2 minutes of the match, he went 31-1, I think, in an ATV. He would literally just camp spawn points and blow them to shit. And as he was doing this, say, like, I feel bad for this, but I just don't, like, that shit was goofy. But again, that's something they can tweak.
Yeah, the spawn points definitely need some tweaking.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, 31-1 inside of 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to pick up any of the hero tokens?
No, I only played it for about an hour and a half.
Oh, okay, all right.
But I did run into many. I ran into like 3 Lukes and a Darth Vader, and fucking.
Did you get to see Luke and Vader fight at any points?
Yes.
That was
Vader won and then promptly killed me, and Isaac fucking jetpacked away like the fucking shit he is. And I went, "Oh man, I got a jetpack," and he went, "No, you don't," and then I immediately died. Fuck.
He was probably just like, peace.
Yes, yep, it's peace. Wait, I don't have a jetpack. Lightsaber in my head.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, hopefully a lot of people got to check that out. It seemed like the consensus was a lot more positive than I think a lot of people anticipated.
Yeah, like for every fucking old grow, that was in Battlefront thread, there were 10 like, "Oh, this is great, it rekindled my Star Wars love," or "Oh, this is great, this is exactly what I wanted." So
yeah,
I think it's much more positive than negative.
Exactly. So it looks like Bloodborne's going to get a Game of the Year, which is really one of the only Game of the Years that's been pronounced a Game of the Year that actually has deserved Game of the Year.
Or that isn't just like the game and all the DLC resold.
Yeah, well, I mean that's exactly what this is.
Oh, well,
but
fuck me then.
But yeah, I feel like that happens all the time, and there's just that to games that don't deserve it at all. But it looks like Bloodborne's getting one of these. It's gonna get released on November 25th. It's gonna come out when the new DLC, The Old Hunters, comes out.
Any word of a PC port so that I might actually play this?
That will never happen.
No. They ported Dark Souls.
Yeah, but this is Sony owned.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's
made by the same studio, but Sony published it.
Those Japanese businessmen, Palmer, they don't fuck around.
Yeah, they're not. There's no way that this is ever going to come.
Yeah, all you had to say was Sony, and I absolutely believe you.
But for people that are fans of it, or people that didn't have a chance to jump into it, that would be a good entry point to do so.
It's arguably one of the best PS4 exclusives to come out in the past year or two. So
it most definitely, is. It's an amazing, utterly incredibly video game. But like I said, it's going to be bundled with the Old Hunters, which apparently is going to be like exploring the lands before all the horrible shit happened to it. So it could be something really interesting.
Well, the majority of Bloodborne I've been exposed to is a veterinarian with a very big sword checking a animal's prostate.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I've seen Jesus, I can't unsee that shit.
Just sticking thermometers up giant dog butts and squeezing.
I require more thermometer DLC, Palmer.
But I'm excited about that. More so the DLC than the Game of the Year, since they're already on the game. But what else do we have? We're running through this time. Let's blow through some of these updates. Depth got a new update. We pretty much on a almost monthly basis we bring up a depth update, and they got another one. Another map, some new skins for the store, but this one also added a supply drop kit, which is basically a box that comes with a flare, some buoys, a landmine, basically things to detect sharks and kind of help you establish some sort of perimeter while you're salvaging underwater. Interesting gameplay mechanic that they added in with that. It's just, I really like it. It's just kind of, someone's a little ahead of everyone else. You can just buy a supply box and like keep your team alive better, if that makes any sense. But yeah, just quick depth update, new map, new shark, pretty fun. Killing Floor, doing some retweaks. They're adding a forest map,
I think it's one of the old Killing Floor 2 maps, which is why I got all giddy about it. Dark Forest. They're doing some gameplay tweaks. They're tweaking the iron sights on the pistols, which everyone complained about.
Yeah, dude, they were
I have,
awful.
yeah, I haven't met anyone that was like, those are
They were
good.
awful.
Like, no, those are bad. They're tweaking that, adding a bit more stuff, just getting it to full release. So, good stuff. What else? Battlefield. I thought there was another update to be mentioned, but apparently not. Anyway, let's move on to betas. Real quick, the Overwatch beta is supposedly coming out on the 27th. A
Yeah,
lot of
it
people
is.
are excited for this.
Super duper excited for it. I mean, it's going to be a Blizzard beta, so it's going to be a
Yeah.
slow trickle as to like, don't expect a key anytime soon type thing.
Heroes are going to be $8 a fucking minute or something. I don't know.
A minute.
It's Blizzard. It's going to have a horrible price model, so I'm pretty whatevs on this. Like, yeah, it kind of looks cool, but it's Blizzard. It's going to be fucking horribly ridden with microtransactions. Might be a good game. I don't know.
Dude, whatever.
I'm pretty neutral on
you
this.
can punch hook people in a first-person shooter, dude. I'm in.
I think that's. I remember doing that in something, but yeah, I mean that's cool. But I'm pretty neutral on this. I'll have to wait.
It really is fucking Pudge, though. Just expect like Russians to play nothing but this character.
Oh god,
it really is.
Russians trying to hug me. That's all I want in life. Stupid Russian kids hugging me.
He walks around with a hook. He's big, fat, and ugly, and fucking, shoots a flat cannon everywhere. So that's
Yell Sika every 3 seconds.
Yeah, pretty much.
3.3 seconds on the dot.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm super duper excited for it. I mean,
A lot of people are.
yeah.
A lot of people.
I'm hoping
I mean,
this one grabs
Blizzard.
me more than Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, I
'Cause
mean,
that one kind of went over my head.
woo, the fizzliest of the fizzle. So hyped for that game, and then so not give a fuck in such a quick amount of time.
No fucks. We played that for like a 2-week period, and then just decided we were done.
Yeah, and even I stuck in there for like a month. Like I would just play co-op matches just to grind for gold so I can unlock heroes, and then I unlocked a hero after like 3 weeks and was like, wait, this is dumb, and stopped playing it. It's like Hearthstone, but worse. I already have Hearthstone.
Speaking of microtransactions, it looks like Halo 5 is gonna have some. 343 pretty much came out and defended what it was doing, saying essentially that all the microtransactions can be unlocked in the game.
Yeah, they established just a while ago, but I think you mentioned it's just more in detail now about what that.
Yeah, they detailed exactly how the microtransactions are going to work. There's going to be these things called rec packs that basically give you like different levels of armor, different levels of like certain things. They can be bought with in-game currency. It seems like you're going to earn about 2,000 currency every round.
Ballpark average type deal.
Yeah,
It's very much. It's basically the Mass Effect or Dragon Age system.
Yeah, but so the bronze packs are going to cost around 1,250. So anytime you play around, you can immediately buy a bronze pack. The silver are going to be 5,000, so that's 2.5 rounds, and 10,000 for the gold, so 5 rounds.
And obviously, there's like co-op will offer different. Like it's not set in stone. This is how much you will get a match. It's just kind of a brief estimate. With co-op, you'll probably get different rec rewards or whatever.
But these packs can also be purchased. It looks like they're going to be $199 and $299. The bronze packs aren't going to be able to be bought apparently. Just the silver and gold packs. It looks like
it's literally the Mass Effect system, and as far as microtransactions goes, as much as I hate it, like it's doable.
That's not bad. It's really not that big of a deal. And it really does seem like they're going to give you like a decent. I'm sure you can earn more than 2,000 a round if you're good at the game.
Like us.
Yeah,
because we're fucking awesome at it. Nerds.
So yeah, we'll see how that actually ends up being, but it doesn't sound too bad. I don't understand what all the hullabaloo is about.
It's just fucking this gamer mentality nowadays. You hear microtransaction, you're like, no. I mean, yeah, I agree with that, but you gotta have some fucking leeway. It's just the way things are now because people are stupid.
Yeah, and then we have id Software releasing what is quite possibly the most confusing alpha sign up ever.
id Software.
So apparently, only people that have purchased Wolfenstein are able to get into this alpha. Even though it says on the thing that it says like right on there, like everybody's supposed to get a beta key if you purchase Wolfenstein. Right. But apparently, to even get the alpha key, you have to have purchased Wolfenstein. They're starting the signups. They actually started earlier today. So yeah, if you're interested in the Doom Alpha, go sign up for it now.
Which any red-blooded American should be.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn it.
But it's interesting how they're doing that. How they're kind of like cutting people off on it. You would expect maybe the alpha would be available to anybody to jump into.
No, I just, dude, like every copy of the game, like just fucking so many getting servers alone, like would just die for days on end. Like it's honestly, I didn't expect them to make that easy. I thought it would be a very limited pool, and they would expand.
Well, it is going to be a limited pool. Just because you have it doesn't mean that you're going to get in. It just means you have to have it to even be considered.
Okay. Well, still, it's like a lot of alphas do shit like this. Like it's not surprising, and it preps it for the beta because like when that happens, it's every console, PC copy, like every copy that's sold has access to it. It's just going to get slammed like none other. So
yeah. So it's going to launch with one mode, one map. The map is going to be Heat Wave. The mode is going to be a standard 6-for-6 team deathmatch. Apparently, there's demon transformation types, so players can pick up power-ups and transform into demons. There's only going to be one of those, and there's only going to be one power weapon. There will be a limited arsenal, etc., but that will grow over time. But yeah, if you're excited about that, I am really fucking excited about that because the multiplayer is what's sold me on Doom more so than the single player. As cool as the single player has looked, the multiplayer stuff is really what I'm excited for. Just because I'm ready for just like, you know, Quake to reemerge, and that is exactly what this looks like it's gonna be.
I just want to dismember things with a chainsaw, and I can do that in single player or multiplayer. So
yeah. So yeah, super excited about that. Seems like it could be cool. If you haven't signed up for it, go sign up for it. What else do we have on the beta list? You got anything on your side, Tim?
Oh yeah, I finally been talking about it for like 6 months, and I finally got around to playing the Vermintide beta.
Oh yeah, all right.
You just kill rat people all the time, every day.
Biggest chubby.
Yeah. It's fucking fun, dude. It's basically Left 4 Dead, but set in the Warhammer universe, and you kill rat people. So very different rat people.
I'm assuming it's a little more slow paced than some of the other like Left 4 Dead is really fucking fast paced. I'm assuming Vermintide is.
No, it's pretty much the exact same thing. It's
really
like, well, I mean, Left 4 Dead wasn't always like, it's not always fast paced. You kind of the randomized events that pop up, and all of a sudden you get a horde going. Like there's that build up to that moment where you're just kind of slowly going through the level, and there's just, you know, zombies here or there. It's kind of the same thing. There's just little clumps of rats, people here and there, and then something happens which, you know, alerts the horde. You have to do something, and you just get a shit tide coming at you, and it's just fun. It's funsies. Yeah, it's very much like Left 4 Dead. Like if that's that's the one game I'd be like, if you played Left 4 Dead, you will get Vermintide. It's just much more high fantasy and a little bit less zombies.
Did you play with competent team members?
I did. I played 5 or 6 rounds. About half the rounds was with retards, and we died really quickly. If you're with a bad team, you will die very, very quickly. But yeah, if you got a competent team, you can make it all the way to the end. I think I've only beat the first 2 levels. There were 3 or 4 in the beta. But
oh really? There were that many?
Yeah. There were at least 3. There might have been 4. But it's just really fun. I like the loot system too. After 6 matches, I got the most amazing staff ever that turned my mediocre fire wizard lady into just a fucking fireball death machine. At which point I was notified that, by the way, this is a closed beta and all progression will be wiped leading up to the actual game release. I cried. I flipped my table.
Yeah.
I haven't played it since.
Yeah.
I'm a broken shell of a man.
Yeah.
I really wanted that staff, Palmer.
I can imagine.
But it is.
Sure, you'll get it back though.
Yes, yes, I will fucking dump hundreds of hours in that dumb fucking game until I get that fucking staff back. But it's really fun, and it comes out in 2 weeks now.
Was the sorceress or whatever sorcerer, was it as OP as it looked in some of the previews that I was?
No,
watching?
You essentially, if you keep casting magic like a lunatic, you will literally like burn yourself to death.
All right. No.
Because chaos taint, Palmer.
No.
Purge the goddamn heresy. But no, you can't just keep spamming fireballs or keep like making giant fire bombs and throwing them at people. Like you'll start to take damage, a lot of damage, and you will die quickly.
Oh, all right.
Well, this game is pretty unforgiving in that regard. I wouldn't say unforgiving. It's challenging. It's fun. It's not like, oh god damn it, I'm fucking dead again. It's like, oh, I fucked up and now I'm really fucked and I'm limping around with
I
like half a
fucked up,
leg.
but I'm really fucked.
And I'm really fucked. I'm bleeding to death. And there's no bandages, and the rat people are coming out. Like it's fun. It adds that oh god damn it fucking mentality to the game.
Yeah.
But it's like playing Left 4 Dead like one difficulty above normal on. Like on playing Left 4 Dead on hard is kind of like playing Vermintide on normal.
Okay.
Just ballpark experience. But yeah, it's
right.
it's fucking fun, dude. Really looking forward to that. Probably not going to play it again until it actually comes out because I'm gonna get another drop and just fucking hate myself. So, yeah.
All right.
Really cool. And we can lead into Deathwatch now.
Yeah.
Which is another reason why I'm not playing Vermintide again, because I've got another 40k game coming out on Friday. Woo!
You're just...
I am actually really happy. This is fucking...
golden age of 40k games.
It really is, dude. Like, there has not been another year in, like, ever in fucking gaming where this many fucking Games Workshop licensed games are coming out. Blood Bowl, fucking... There was Blood Bowl 2, there was a chess game, there was fucking...
They, like, remasters or fucking... Not Space Marines. That really awful fucking turn-based one. What the hell is the name of that one? Oh, Space Hulk.
Space Hulk, yes.
Didn't they remaster Space Hulk earlier this year? And,
No, they came out with another Space Hulk late last year.
Oh, okay.
But I guess you could add it to this. Yeah, it's just there's a lot of fucking Games Workshop games coming out, and I'm very happy because leading up to like the past couple of years, there were never any fucking Games Workshop games coming out. You got one every like 3 or 4 years, so very cool. Yeah. Very happy. Anyway, Deathwatch is basically Squad Command, which was a PSP game that came out about a decade ago. Isometric tactical turn-based combat. Think XCOM, but with kind of a regicide look to it, basically. Okay. So, they haven't actually stated what the price point is, but they've hinted that it's around $15 or $20. Any higher than that, it's not going to sell at all. People will be annoyed. But if they sell it like at around the same, like Regicide did well, surprisingly, because it was just a lower price point 40k game. People got into it. Hopefully, this game will follow suit because it actually looks pretty cool. But yeah, another basically Space Hulk game, but not Space Hulk. And the one downside is you're only shooting Tyranids, fighting Tyranids.
Well, I mean, that seems to be the running theme, though, in these games. Like, you've got Vermintide, where you're only fighting the vermin.
Rat people.
And,
yeah.
And this, where you're just fighting Tyranids. It seems to be kind of the niche for it. I don't know. We'll see.
It's probably a pain to go through and, like, do fucking 12 different races. Like, even Space Marine only had, like, Orcs and Chaos, basically, so... Yeah. But, yeah. Cool. The progression looks really cool. It's got its own, like, leveling up system, item system. You can customize your squad how you want. You can have a fucking flamethrower, you can have an assault guy, you can have a devastator. Whatever the fuck you want to do. So, I'm sure next time me and Palmer do a cast, I'll be rambling on about it for a little bit, so... I felt the need to bring it up now.
Yeah. Well, you know. It's you. I wouldn't expect it to be a cast without some mention of Warhammer.
Yeah, at this point, pretty much every cast we do, there's some sort of fucking Warhammer mention, which I'm okay with, Palmer. I haven't even touched on Total War in like a month or two. That game is... The videos they're putting out for that are ridiculous. I'll save that for 1 week when there's not any Warhammer news.
So... Tim, you linked me something earlier this week that might end up being the first thing that I have been even willing to back on Kickstarter. I'm talking about the Friday the 13th game. I was very skeptical about this because when I opened it up, the first thing I saw was Adam Sessler. And
that name took me a minute. I was like, I know. Oh, the guy who called it at age like 18. Yeah, that guy. I remember him.
I don't know. I just... So
you're not a fan, Palmer? Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't dislike the guy. I just
you're not a Sesslerite? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, so I saw him first, and I was like, well, fuck. I don't know that I really want anything to do with this. And then all of a sudden, you know, the heavy hitters started coming out. They had the creator of Friday the 13th. They had
the dude from Dusk Till Dawn, like that famous guy. I love that guy.
They had Tom Savini on there.
Yeah,
dude. I mad respect for that motherfucker. Kane Hodder appeared. Like all these huge horror movie heavy hitters just are behind this game.
Yeah, Yeah, you flip back and forth on this on a second by second basis because I
Yeah,
was just trying to play Star Citizen,
it was
and
just
every second I got 2 Steam messages like on the dot for like a good five
all of a
minutes.
sudden somebody awesome would appear, and then Adam Sessler would reappear.
Would appear, and you'd be like, "Nope, Sessler's back. I'm done." Oh, this bitch is in it. Nope, Sessler's back. That for 5 minutes, people. That's what I dealt with.
Yeah, man, I'm really excited about this. The more I've read about it, the more I'm interested in it. Granted, like I said, I just found out about it like 2 days ago, but I have been reading a lot about this since I found out about it. And it looks.
It's kind of ironic because I discovered this through a Star Citizen subreddit. So I found this
really
Kickstarter game from the Kickstarter game. It was like an Inception moment. But yeah, the developers are Illiphonic, I think. They're the guys who did the bulk of the work on the first-person like shooting in Star Citizen. They're not actually on Star Citizen anymore because they're done with it and it's kind of getting fine-tuned. But yeah, it's got. I think it's already backed, isn't it? Like it got a lot of love in the Stars.
No. They're looking for 700,000, and I think it's only at like 235 or something.
Yeah, but that's like day 3, isn't it? Like I'm pretty sure this game's gonna get backed.
Yeah. I'm pretty positive it's going to also, but I'm vehemently against Kickstarter as a thing that exists.
I was right there with you, Palmer, until I discovered a kawaii Final Fantasy VII kawaii girl big tit card game, which I must acquire. I think it ends on Halloween. I'm picking that shit up, Palmer. We'll play Final Fantasy VII. Kawaii. Amazing, Palmer. You active motherfucker.
But this looks really exciting. It really looks like they're going all out for it. I mean, the second Tom Savini started talking about slicing people's throats in like Unreal 4 and like how he was personally helping like get that designed.
It's gonna be good.
I was fascinated, dude, and they were like, we're pushing for like a hard mature, like they were saying they wanted to stick to all the tropes, and so basically the premise of the game is it's going to be running on Unreal 4. The trailer only showed like a few brief things, but it was fucking beautiful. We'll see what happens with that. But the idea behind it is it's 7 versus 1. So one player plays as Jason Voorhees, and he's OP, and you get to stalk your prey, and they throw you down in the middle of this world, and then there's 7 camp counselors who have to try to survive the night. That's the entire point of the game, is to survive one fucking night. Now, here's where the glory comes in. The counselors can be and do anything they want. They're going to be assigned to like a class. So like, they'll be the stoner, they'll be the jock, they'll be the girl next door.
Bitch in the lake class.
Yeah, pretty much the slut. Like all that stuff is going to be in this, and you pick one of those characters, and you get bonuses to like certain things. Like the girl next door has more survivability because she never dies in the movies. Like the girl next door is always the one that survives.
Okay.
I'm sure there's gonna. I can't even imagine like how like the stoner is gonna be like take less damage because you don't feel pain when you're.
He can't get infected. The marijuana stops it.
Something like that. Yeah, he's gonna have marijuana strength. He's gonna be like Popeye.
He slows Jason 2d6s every 3 turns.
Exactly.
Leave untapped.
But so yeah, you play as these camp counselors, and like I said, you have to survive the night. But the camp counselors aren't limited to anything. You don't have to ally with other counselors. You can go off and do whatever the fuck you want. You can steal from the counselors. You can
copycat.
You can murder the other counselors, I guess, if you really want to. They didn't
That's an offering to Jason.
Yeah, pretty much. Or
have their skills.
You can run into a situation where you're getting chased by Jason, but you know that you have allies in the building. You could run into that building and just lead Jason straight to them, so you can run away during the carnage. That is something I will do multiple times playing this game.
You do that now, like you try to do that in every game, Palmer. Always trying to kill your friends.
I'm really excited about the premise behind this game. Like when Tim first linked it to me, I was just like, oh, it's gonna be a Friday the 13th game. This is gonna be awful. Like, what are they gonna do with this? And then they started talking about the idea and how they really want to just borrow liberally from other survival horror games that have been coming out, but make it a multiplayer experience.
Yeah, it's kind of a mashup between like that like one versus however many like evolve depth mentality, and then you add in the survival elements of like Daisy or Nether or whatever the fuck.
It's on a much more like isolated basis. So like
it's horror, so obviously the atmosphere is going to be fucking brimming.
So it's going to be one of those things where I really think because of the fact, so you're going to want to play this game with friends that you trust and like want to do things with, and you guys are going to collectively work together to survive the night. But then you're also going to play this game with random people, and that's where this game is going to get good. It's to
the RNG element.
Yeah, dude, to see who teams up with one another and who tries to just go and live on their own.
Be their own man, Palmer.
Yeah, exactly. And, just only forwards.
It's gonna end just like that. You're gonna be surrounded by dead camp counselors, and Brianna Tar is gonna be there like, "Fuck you." You're gonna be like, "Ah, fuck."
And then he's just gonna throw a machete into the back of my head, and that's just gonna be the end. I'm just gonna die with all caps, only for. Oh man,
that sounds pretty glorious.
Yeah, dude.
Put it like.
So, the fact that I really detest Kickstarter and I'm also legitimately considering backing this is a testament to how impressed I was.
It is very sickening that there's basically early access board games. That's the thing, Palmer. That's actually a thing, and some of them I want.
It is actually a thing.
When you want one of those, you feel so sick.
But it
disappointing.
Looks like it could be really awesome. I'm really digging the idea.
I really don't give a shit about Jason or the movie trilogy or any of that. I'm really not in the horror movies like you are, but it's a cool concept.
Yeah, that's the other thing is I love the Friday the 13th movies. I love the really bad Friday the 13th movies.
Yeah, Palmer has a very ginormous heart-on for bad horror movies that came out between like 80 and like 94.
God. I fucking love awful horror movies. Toxic Avenger, sign me up, dude. Jason Goes to New York, dude. I'm in.
Oh, what was the one in space? Jason X.
Oh, Jason X. Yeah, that was
my jam, Palmer.
He puts the girl in the sleeping bag and beats her to death on a tree in a space simulator. What the fuck?
Palmer, clearly she had it coming.
But yeah, dude, like I love these awful movies, and I love Friday the 13th. It's just something fierce. I love it. Something fierce.
Something fierce. So yeah, this is like the butt baby you've been waiting for, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm super excited. If anybody else out there has any interest in looking at a really, really interesting concept that kind of just puts the survival horror genre on its head, check this out. It's just called Friday the 13th, the video game. If you Google it, I'm sure you'll get the Kickstarter like first thing.
And it's going on for what, like almost another month. So you still got
November
time to look into this.
I think November 13th, maybe.
It's about a month, so you got some time to look into this, even if you're listening to this somehow after now time.
Yeah,
there's still time to look into it.
So yeah, you've still got plenty of time. Check it out. If you have a passion for that kind of stuff like I do, you might want to consider backing it. Looks like it could be a really cool idea. Tim, you got something on your list you want to share? Oh, yeah, all I've got is Hearthstone and Witcher left.
Oh, fuck. 2 card games. Awesome. Yeah,
it's not kawaii.
Dude, I know. I'm going to fucking show that off on cast when I get them. Look at them.
Look at the boobs.
Look at the boobs. She has armor over her nipples. It gives her +1 damage. It's going to be awesome. Hearthstone. Let's delve into Hearthstone. What do you... Tavern Brawl? What's going on with Hearthstone, Palmer? Enlighten me.
Hearthstone, there's a little card that makes a deck.
Oh, yeah.
A certain deck.
Fucking stupid. It's just fucking stupid.
And that card is called the Warsong Commander.
Which got virtual... Like, it never was really... Like, I saw it from time to time in Constructed, but it wasn't really in the game in Constructed before that deck came alive.
Yeah.
To wreak havoc.
I
guess it's not terribly...
It was more of a gimmick card, whereas now this deck just wreaks absolute havoc. So, it's getting a serious nerf. It's going to be going from... So currently the card is whenever you summon... It's a 2/3 for, what, 4 minutes?
3. 3. Also, I do think it went live. I do think I saw the new variation of it today.
It doesn't go live until...
All right, I lied.
Yeah, next beginning of next week.
Okay, well, maybe my brain's just fried. Bear with me, folks.
So as of right now, it's a 2/3. When you play it, or whenever you summon a minion with 3 or lesser attack, you give a charge. So it makes this particular deck called the Grim Patron deck work.
Because everyone gets in here.
Because everybody gets in here, or you get fucking frothing berserkers hit for 320 damage in one turn, which
when you have 50 arms or something retarded. Why? It shouldn't exist.
Which is not fun or interactive.
That's because the animation and going like leading up into it takes a good like 30 seconds, and you know.
Oh, it takes longer than that sometimes, Tim.
Yeah. Especially when you
and all you want to do is just exit the game, and you just end up
not even concede, just fucking control a tab out. Yeah. Not one.
So a lot of people are going to be happy about that because the Crypt did a video on the Grim Patron deck maybe 3 weeks ago. Actually, probably more like 2 weeks ago. And he crunched the hard numbers as Crypt tends to do. You know, he gets in his little cave and sits there like the mole that he is and crunches numbers down for a while.
So it's a good description.
And you know, people love him for it. He's great. That's how I learned a lot of things about the meta is from this guy. But he sat down and
he ran the numbers.
Yeah, he ran the numbers. He told everybody. That the Grim Patron Warrior deck is OP as fuck. Which is probably why we see it everywhere all the time. So this one card getting nerfed is going to destroy that deck.
Incoming Secret Pally all over the place.
Yeah.
That's going to take over.
That's the worry though, isn't it? It's just like, all right, well, everybody's going to be playing Hunter or fucking Secret Pally, and that's where it's going to go. And the problem that I have with this is this makes it so Warriors don't have any reliable decks anymore. There's not.
I don't know. There's still like Dragon Warrior can be good.
It can be.
Control Warrior, yeah, that's like a.
Control Warrior is not very effective in this meta because everybody's still playing so aggressive, and you can usually just get like pummeled down. Either you make it to turn 5 and you live and you crush your opponent, or you don't make it to turn 5 at all and you die in shame.
You can say that about like most decks though. Honestly. Like I still think Control Warriors Warriors got a lot of fucking good cards.
I play pretty much exclusively Shaman and Warrior, and
one of those.
Lately I've been playing a lot of Druid because there's just no good Shaman or Warrior decks meta.
Druid's always fun.
And yeah, Druid's just dude. I don't know, dude. There's some really awesome opportunities for Druid decks these days. But anyways, this is going to destroy that deck. We'll see what happens to the meta now. Secret Paladins are literally the only thing we're going to see in competitive.
I guarantee you that 6/6 that brings out every secret, that's going to... I don't know
dude,
what
that's what I'm saying. Everybody's going to play Hunters just so they can be like, well, Flare.
No, but I'm saying I think that card's going to get nerfed. Like, the Flare... I've done that where they play that card and then I Flare, and it's hilarious, but like that very... rarely happens. Even when you're playing a Hunter, you might not just get the Flare card. Even if they just increase that card by like 1 mana cost, they're going to do something to it because it's just stupid right now.
Yeah,
I think
I think there just needs to be an effective way for all because really Hunter, and I guess any deck if you're playing that one. What the fuck is the name of that card? It's like a 4/3 take control of an opponent's secret.
Secret Keeper, Secret Taker, I have a golden
something
version.
along those lines. So either you're running that in a deck, or you're playing a Hunter with Flare. Those are literally the only ways to remove. Or
even that take secret card though, with that particular card, it's worthless because there's still 4 other secrets on the board. Like it's not a good it's a counter, but it's not a good counter.
So I think all classes need to have some sort of efficient way of dealing with secrets.
Yeah, just a fuck secret card for every deck.
Yeah, because I mean honestly, like every single class has an ability to remove creatures, like wipe the board of creatures. You'd think there'd be an ability for them to wipe the board of secrets.
I think that's gonna come. Like I was actually talking with us about this the other day. Like when I was really into Hearthstone, like last summer, and when I say last summer, I mean 2014. Like a lot of classes like didn't even have good like AOE clear or just like simple things like that. And through the expansions and the standalone stuff or the single player adventures, they added that shit. So I'm right there with you. I think they're gonna add some every class is gonna get some sort of card like that helps you deal with because it's not just paladins. Like fucking Hunter secrets are fucking annoying. Fucking Mage secrets can be fucking
damn annoying. Yeah.
Like Every class needs, and I also think that eventually, warriors don't have any secrets. Priests, like, there's still a lot of classes that don't have secrets, and I think we'll start to see secret gaming all day, every day. Is what I'm telling you, Palmer.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Eventually, that'll be built into the game or put into the game.
And let's see, The Witcher 3.
The topic of the hour, Palmer.
Yeah, dude, this is really the I am legitimately depressed by this. The Witcher 3's
the amount of fucks I give Palmer. Look at them. Look at them.
Its physical Gwent set has been delayed. So the DLC, basically, like, the physical set, if you purchased it, was going to come with an actual pack of Gwent cards people could play with. The Hearts of Stone DLC is still set to come out October 13th. But apparently, due to logistical problems, the physical version could be coming to people like days after launch. So it's not that big of a deal. You're only going to be waiting a couple more days. But if you're somebody like me, you just...
Is it really? I thought when you told me this, it was really like weeks or months. Couple days? That's what you're fucking freaking out about? You fucking...
dude, I'm legitimately depressed, man. Don't fucking
judge me.
It's a couple
days.
I am ready to Gwent. Let me Gwent. This is days I could have Gwented. I could have not gone to class. I could have not done this cast.
You canceling the cruise so you can Gwent, Palmer?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Gwent cruise, here I come, please.
It's gonna be like fat people stuffing themselves and people like tanning and getting sun and having fun. You're gonna be in your room playing Gwent.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
You fuck.
So yeah, you know, this is really what gamers should grab their pitchforks about and start protesting. Is this horrible act? CD Projekt Red no longer has a perfect record. They have been blemished.
GOG is now besmirched.
They have a blemish on their record. Let it be said here.
Literally killing the gaming industry. Literally.
Let it be said that you heard it here first. CD Projekt Red is as bad as Ubisoft.
Jesus Christ. That's just mean.
Obviously, I'm joking. It's not that big of a
Clearly, you're not.
But yeah, dude, you don't understand the things I'm about to post all over the forum. Why no Gwent?
Fucking 5 different Reddit usernames and something. Why no Gwent? Why no Gwent 1? Why no Gwent 2?
Yeah, dude, they're all just gonna talk to each other in a flurry.
It's gonna be like a fucking posted mod on the subreddit. This fucking why no Gwent guy, we need to ban him.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
You can't ban the truth.
Tell him, Steve Dave.
Get
in there.
Oh man, on that note, that about does it. You have anything else you want to add? Anything that's gonna top the horrible Gwent story?
I don't think so. We could talk about how we're gonna be doing a couple new things moving forward.
All right, hit it.
There we go. We're gonna be doing a couple different we're gonna still be doing what we're doing now. We're just gonna be doing more casts. Basically, me and Palmer are each gonna do like another thing. Like it's pretty. This is pretty much delved down to me and Palmer because we're pretty much the guys that are always here. God damn it! So we're basically gonna we're both gonna do a show or a cast. Basically, I don't even know if either of us have decided on. Palmer's talked about doing a like straight up Dota thing. I sort of toying around with the idea of doing like a bi-weekly or twice a month type of Star Citizen thing. But basically there's going to be more content and we're not going to stop doing. We're going to keep doing this at least twice a week. What we've been doing lately is we do a live stream, like we play a video game one week, then the next week we do a live cast. What we're trying to set up is basically we're doing at least one live cast every week, and we're still like every different group of people is still taking a week off. Just maybe someone's not around. Maybe we just want to play video games and do a normal Twitch stream. But the idea is to have like live content to you at least once a week, aside from just fucking around with video games. Actual live.
Yeah. I know Jose and I have talked about doing a just like a thing he and I maybe on Friday nights.
He's gonna want to call it Dark Motion Media After Dark, Palmer. I'm just giving you a heads up.
I mean, that's fine. We can call it that.
Is it that? Is it Palmer? Is it?
And yeah, Sam and I have been talking about doing a straight Dodo podcast called Dodos, because we're just awesome like that. So yeah, expect some new content. I'm sure as as those dreams come closer to becoming realities, we'll talk about it some more. But as of right now, if you guys have anything that you would like us to focus on, or any ideas for shows, don't hesitate to let us know.
Fucking tweet at us, boys.
Tweet at us. Hit us with your comments on YouTube. Get at us on Twitch with the direct messages.
Throw some clouds at us on SoundCloud. You know how it is.
Yeah, exactly. We love.
But it's gotta really stress. It's basically going to be pretty much this, but with different. It won't just be me and Palmer all the time. It'll just be different people coming in and out. Like we've had 6 different people throughout since we started doing live casts. So you're basically going to start seeing those like secondary characters come into play more often.
Yeah,
you're going to see much more of Sam's glorious beard. You see Dumb Corbin being dumb, goofy sweaters. Fucking finally get Daniel to do Daniel's only done the Talisman. Like he streamed with us, he did the Talisman stream, but he hasn't actually done a cast. So you'll see him. Yeah. Just start to see new faces, basically. Well, because me and as much as we've tried in the past, me and Palmer can't fill up, an hour talk show 3 times a week. Eventually, we run out of shit to talk about.
Well, I think we're also gonna explore some new. Show varieties and stuff, so we won't always just be talking and stuff. I'm sure Jose and I will probably be goofier and more like segmented and stuff. With some more regular bits. And
we're gonna be
talk on everything, free discussion type thing, I guess.
Yeah, and like what we do now is pretty much the kind of general of everything in gaming. We talk about news, we talk about games we're playing, we talk about game updates, shit like that. Like I'm thinking maybe like Palmer said, he might do a Dota thing where it's just going to be Dota stuff, and it'll be him and Sam, maybe someone else, and I'll pop in from time to time.
Warhammer cast.
Yeah, I might do a Warhammer cast with Daniel. That'd be awesome. I might start doing a Star Citizen cast now that people are starting to get into Star Citizen. Mm-hmm. Like it's just gonna this is starting next week because Palmer is going away to play it's on a cruise boat somewhere.
The next 2 podcasts or live casts I'll be out. I won't be here the 21st to the 28th.
So I'm thinking next week, me, Jose, and maybe I'll get Corbin on board, and we'll do a lot of Star Citizen news. This happened in the past week. We didn't touch on it at all this cast. That'll be something we'll do like an hour cast on, just because there was so much shit that came out and so much to discuss and shit like that, especially when people are getting into the game. Yeah. And that can be like Dota. Maybe finally someone who never, like Jose never played Dota, maybe suddenly he falls in love with it, and then Jose will be on the Dota cast being like, oh my god, I'm so bad at this game. I wonder why.
But as the other thing is, like, as this starts happening, as we start doing these more specialized casts and falling into our groove with that, expect more community events. That's something that we've been, aside from doing, like game giveaways and stuff here and there. Well, not here and there. We've done
every goddamn week. We've done it. Yes.
If you guys aren't like paying attention to those, you guys should probably
Steam gifts. Look for Dark Mushroom Media. We've given away almost 1,000 at this point.
So yeah, we give away games all the time. But yeah, we're gonna start getting some community involvement done. And
via our Steam group, hopefully, which you can join.
Yeah.
The little picture below there. Yeah.
I'll get all that stuff put directly into the video feed too, so people can always click on that. So yeah, we'll have more. Everything's changing. Everything's gonna go in a more, I don't know, hopefully better direction. At least more.
Well, I think what it is was me and Palmer when we started this. We're like, yeah, let's do this. It could be fun. And then we did it for 6 months, and we're like, you know what? We don't actually hate this. Let's actually, improve on it and try a little bit and fucking get a little community going. And so that's what we're phasing into. Is not that we weren't giving a fuck before, but we're putting a greater effort into actually building something.
Like I said, I'm working on a site redesign and stuff, so hopefully that'll all be launched, beginning of next year, I would say.
Yeah, I think you can expect to start seeing different casts aside. Well, obviously we're doing it next week, but you can start to see more regular live casts coming from us by year's end. We'll start having a much more regular pace than once every 2 weeks.
And we'll be sure to update the away page with exact schedules and stuff as we start falling in the groove for that.
Yeah.
But other than that, this has been episode 29. Hopefully it's been informative and fun for the lot of you that tuned in.
And we did have some chat interaction.
We did. Look at us. We're moving on up in the world again.
Yeah, we got Savage Mexican and come_on_me 15.
Okay. Well.
All right. Community building, Palmer. We're doing it. We're in.
So yeah, tune in next week where Tim will have a very special Riri episode for you, and everything will be fine.
If Star Citizen is anything, boys, it is Riri.
Yeah, that's it.